Haley? All right. Who's in the car with you, Mr. Haley? Unmute. Who's driving? Okay. All right, raise your right hand for me. You solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can put your hand down. You're before the court on State of Georgia versus Brendan Samuel Haley, 2022 CR 01164 for having a weapon under the age of 18. You are represented by attorney Natalie Gatson, who is here with you. Ms. Gatson, you've indicated that you and your client are ready for a plea on this case. What is your client plea to the sole offense on the calendar?
Judge, please repeat that question.
What is your client plead to the sole offense on the calendar?
Nolo.
All right, factual basis and recommendation, please.
Yes, Your Honor. On or about October the 1st of 2021, pursuant to the probable cause affidavit by Officer J. Jackson, while walking in the state of Georgia, Officer Jackson observed the defendant in possession of a handgun while under the age of 18 years old. The defendant stated that he was holding the handgun for one of his friends. The defendant said that while walking to a house, a dog ran across the yard, chased after him, and that's when he removed the handgun from his pocket and shot the dog in the paw. At the time of the incident, the defendant was 17 years old, and this incident did occur in Clayton County, Georgia. Your Honor, for the case on the calendar, the state's offer is 12 months probation, a fine of $500 to be suspended, 40 hours of community service for the defendant to complete the gun safety course, and everything can terminate upon completion. Also, Your Honor, there is another case that the state will also be non-processing. It's not on the calendar, but I will give you that case number.
I did recall that he had another case. Go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor. So it's 2023 CR 01752. The state is going to non-process that case in exchange for the defendant's plea today.
All right. Ms. Gatson, anything on behalf of Mr. Haley?
Judge, we just ask that you accept the recommendation by the state.
All right. Mr. Haley, you know, we've been back and forth on this. You've been here a few times. And so hopefully you will think things through differently. Number one, you're costing your mama time and money. She's had to take time from whatever her activities are to come to court with you. She's had to hire Ms. Gatson to represent you. All because you doing stuff that you shouldn't do. Number one, at 18 and under 18, you don't need a gun. What you need a gun for? Number two, you shot a dog. You discharging a weapon, you could have hit anybody. The bullet could have ricocheted and killed somebody. I just heard a case on the earlier calendar where this gentleman was carrying his own gun, legal carry, and somebody pulled his gun out of his holster and shot him to death. So, sir, you don't know nothing about guns, and you don't know nothing about gun safety. There is a small child in that car, and more small children either kill themselves or kill other people because they've come across a gun that wasn't properly stored. And so, Mr. Haley, you need to get it right. First of all, your mama doesn't deserve to have to go through this with you. And second of all, if you want to have a future that doesn't involve an orange jumpsuit, you got to start making some better decisions. What kind of phone you got, Mr.?
A 14.
The what?
iPhone 14.
I blame your mama for that, because with all of this foolishness you're doing, I would have stripped you down. Everything you would have had would have come from Walmart, and you would have had to send smoke signals before you could talk to somebody. You got a phone that costs more than my phone, and I know I make more than you make. So, Mom, I'm talking to you. That's your mom driving, correct?
No, ma'am.
Who's driving?
My girlfriend.
And that's your baby in the back?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, help me, Lord Jesus. I'm going to take a moment because I'm going to need help. So it wasn't just enough for you to be out here on 2 cases. You had to go make a baby. Where you working, Mr. Haley?
UPS
How long you been there?
for 2 years.
Okay, so these kind of cases will keep UPS from furthering your employment. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Don't make no more babies right now, Mr. Haley.
Okay.
Condoms are cheaper than child support or child care. I don't care if y'all in a relationship and that's your girlfriend. I don't care about any of that. What I care about is the baby and the fact that you have not shown yourself responsible. So now that you have a child, you need to establish a track record of being a responsible adult. And whoever
Yes,
you
ma'am.
had a baby with, ma'am, I'm talking to you. Choose wisely who you have kids with. I'm just going to tell you, choose wisely. Because you had a baby with Mr. Haley while he had 2 cases pending. You had a bit more sense than he could have been in jail right now for both those cases. And you would have had no help with that baby. So please choose wisely who you out here procreating with. Because I see a lot of cases where everybody's mad on the back end, but ma'am, you chose that person. You chose this person to have a baby with. So I'm just going to tell you both, make good choices. That child's life depends on it. So,
Yes,
Mr.
ma'am.
Haley, I'm gonna, thankful to Ms. Gatson for her work with you. I know if I'm fussing at you, she's fussed at you. I'm going to accept your plea on 2023 CR 01752. That's going to be a no pros for the court. And on this current case that you're taking the plea, that's 2022 CR 01164. That's going to be 12 months probation, a $500 fine. The fine will be suspended, 40 hours of community service. You're to take a gun safety course and not possess any guns until after completion of the gun safety course. And upon completion of your probation of the gun safety course and the 40 hours of community service, your probation will terminate. Mr. Haley, make good choices, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't have no more babies right now, Mr. Haley.
I won't.
Because, I mean, people say that, and then the next thing you know, she probably pregnant right now.
No, she's not.
Condoms are cheaper than child support or child care. You already have 1 baby. If you don't know how much daycare costs, if you don't know how much it costs to have a child, especially a toddler, and let me tell you something else, Mr. Haley. Be a dad, a father, not a baby daddy. Be the person who's there when she's sick and needs somebody to hold her on their shoulder while she's coughing or doesn't feel good. Be the person that if she wakes up in the middle of the night, then, you can soothe her back to sleep. Be the person who knows where she is, when she is, what school she's in, make sure she's in the proper child restraint seat. Be that person. Don't just be somebody who drops off diapers from time to time. Be a father, a dad, not a baby daddy.
Yes, ma'am.
Because she will choose the type of person that she's with based on how you react.
Yes.
Okay? So if you're not a good man, she's not going to be with a good man.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay?
All right.
All right. So at this point, sir, I'm going to put you in a breakout room with probation. They're going to explain everything that you need to do for probation. The quickest way to lose your job and get rearrested is to fail to appear for your probation reports. If you fail to come to probation reports, that's the quickest way to get rearrested. Are we clear?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so I'm going to put you in a breakout room with Ms. James. Ms. James is our probation expert. She's going to answer any questions that you might have about probation. Ask any questions specifically. In fact, if it involves travel, transportation, your work hours, anything like that, that you may need to have clarified for you, then ask those questions. Do you understand?
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to put you in the breakout room. You do not have to come back to this room. Once you are finished, you just complete your probation as directed.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All right. Make good choices.
I will.
Thank you, Judge.
Right. Thank you, Ms. Gatson.
May I be excused?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Bye. Ooh, Lord. All right.